Late Tuesday night at McDonald's after a bunch of men met in the barn. Brother, tell me, just give me some thoughts on what this whole barn thing has been like for you.
It has been a long journey and one of the most enjoyable journeys I've ever had of understanding the masculine heart that God has intended for us as men to have, and to be with a band of brothers who are committed. Many of us show up every week, and then we have newcomers come all the time that are growing closer and closer together. A bond and band of men that I've never experienced before. And it's hard to say and put it all into words, but I have been changed in my view of God, in my view of the Father's love, and my view of men and the hearts of men dramatically coming down this road between the message of Wild at Heart and the barn. It's just been an incredible 3-4 year journey.
How do you are there ways you look at life, maybe your own heart, relationships, the battle? Are there ways you look at things differently now than maybe you did 5 years ago?
Well, a couple things. I think, in dealing with the beauty to rescue and that particular subject matter, of trying to understand the heart of my two daughters has been, I was always focused on marriage and my wife, and the children were, I hate to say, kind of a byproduct of the marriage, but not necessarily a focal point of, I know that really probably sounds pretty bad, but to come around and understand the heart of the feminine heart of my daughters and their desires to be seen and their desires to be captivating to their father, and to father from that position of trying to let them know that I see them, that I hear them, that I am open to listening to them without judgment, is making a major change in actually both of my daughters. It's probably the biggest one. The battle would be the other, to recognize the enemy's tactics. Far much more than in my Christian church going life of hearing about the devil roaring, looking, going around looking who he may devour kind of thing, but not really understanding tactically how he comes after us. And this has been a real learning experience, to be on my guard, much more so now than I ever was before, and looking at not people as the problem, but the enemy behind the whole thing as the problem, has been a real eye-opener.
When you think of the proverb that talks about iron sharpening iron, how has that fleshed itself out with your journey with Barn Brothers?
Well, it has kind of manifested itself in both understanding the good heart that my brothers have, and my heart being good towards them, and then the misunderstandings that seem to come from getting closer and closer relationships. And in those misunderstandings, if we stay close and we keep coming towards each other instead of running away from each other when offended or when in trouble, then we become much clearer, and in that sense of sharpening, and much more focused relationships and understanding of each other. And forgiveness flows from that.
What would you tell a man that told you, I'm a Christian man, but I really don't have any close friends?
I'd say that really sucks. No, I would say there's a place you can go. There's a barn down in South Carolina, just across the state line, far back off a road, that men meet every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, chasing after the heart of God and each other, and they ought to come and see.
Hey, all are welcome.
All are welcome.
New men
That's
show up
right.
every week.
Every week, and we are glad to see them.